Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erin Bees and I cover anti-MLM, anti-scam, and consumer protection topics, breaking down how these predatory companies operate and how the manipulation really works behind the scenes. Today's video, oh man, we have a longtime Pruvit rep. Her name is Mandy. She, in my opinion, hopped on a live to emotionally spiral for over 30 minutes after the news of Pruvit merging with Herbalife hit. But let's just be real. This wasn't just event session. This was a soft launch. And I'm going to show you how and why and all of those things. I believe that she is creating a lead generation funnel of some sorts wrapped in tears and authenticity. So grab a snack or your favorite Dr. Pepper Zero flavor and let's get into it because I think we're all going to need a Dr. Pepper Zero to get through this, quite honestly. We're going to go all in on the red flags, the cult tactics, and the manipulation behind the meltdown.
Hello, how's it going? I want to spill the tea. Are you here for the tea or are you here for me? I want to know. Are you here for the tea or do you care about me? I want to know. There has been some freaking drama the last however long. There is tea, but if you're here for that, you should listen up. I'm going to just talk all the things. And
that is such a weird intro. Are you here for the tea or are you here for me? I don't know. Maybe I'm looking into it. Possibly. What do you guys think?
I just spelled tea wrong. Anyways, I am here. So my name is Mandy Pod Lesney. I am so excited to talk to you guys. You should just call me Money Mandy P. I don't know. I'm in the middle of a reinvention, a rebirth, a rebrand, a reincarnation, a rise from the ashes. I don't know. I am just here.
What? It's not like we haven't heard the MLM Phoenix arc. We've seen this before. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. They don't leave because of predatory systems. They're just rising. And here's a spoiler. It's usually a code for, I'm about to start pitching you something new. I also feel like that this could be a cult tactic, a cult control type tactic, reframing burnout and financial failure as personal growth. And I find that really, dare I say, culty, in my opinion.
Being my authentic self and just kind of sharing some stuff today. I want to step into my leadership and to just use this moment and this reinvention and all of things to talk about some shit that is going down and that I just talk in a moment about like network marketing in terms of shifting and reinvention and all of the things. So let's just first and foremost, where are you listening from? I would like to know in the comments. Tell me where you're listening from. I'm listening to, or I'm talking to y'all from right outside Louisville, Kentucky. That's Louisville, Kentucky over there. I live in Clarksville, Indiana. And you know what? I love this industry. I love network marketing. I love social selling. I think it's amazing. I am not down with the MLM type of vibes, but I am very, very grateful. I'm very, very passionate about this industry and the...
Hey, Mandy. Pruvit's an MLM. Pruvit is a multi-level marketing company. And also, if it looks like a pyramid, pays like a pyramid, and requires you to build a downline, you're probably in a pyramid, in my opinion. Social selling is MLM's favorite disguise to get away from multi-level marketing. That's like saying, guys, I don't like cults. I just love being in one. It's weird. This is weird.
Buddy can win if you are aligned with the right person, product, program, people, company, etc. So I'm going to just address the obvious, the fact that like there's been a lot of noise. Okay. So I have decided to transition from my career with Pruvit to do other things. And I made a post about that and I'm going to re-talk about that when later. So so people are very aware that like I'm basically a free agent or like transitioning out. So like people are curious about that tea. So
A free agent. Does that mean the lead funnel has been activated? This, in my opinion, is where the soft pitch begins. She's not venting. She's making herself available. This is a classic MLM strategy. Make your emotional vulnerability public so that people message you first. And I feel like a cult tactic is basically baiting connection through oversharing to start warm leads. Things like alignment, transition, open to opportunities equals the next company coming soon. We've seen this so many times before.
I've been dealing with some of that transitional weirdness and whatever, in addition to now today getting announcement that my old company was bought by Herbalife and there's some sort of merger or something happening. And I can't tell you the amount of people that are coming out of the woodwork today. Hi, Tara. That give zero fucks about me and have not asked one question about me, have not asked me how I am. They slide into my DM and say, hey girl, you trying to come to my blah, blah, blah? You looking for a new home? And mind you, these people I have not talked to in forever. And it's gross, it's weird, and not one person asked me how I was. Not one person asked me like how I was feeling, or that must be scary, or are you okay? And you know what? As much as that's annoying, this is a teaching moment.
That's multi-level marketing. That's how the industry is, because you have to make money off of other people. So that level of, dare I say, predation is what we see all the time. And oftentimes people are taught that within these downlines.
This is a teaching moment for everybody that is a social seller, that is in network marketing, that uses relationships to make sales and
that part. Using relationships to make sales. If the product were as legit as these people say that it is, you wouldn't need to manipulate relationships to make a sale. The products would speak for themselves. Oh, but no. Community-based marketing, right, Mandy?
Grow their network and whatever. I think building a network and having a platform is the most lucrative way to monetize. And I'm passionate about that as long as you are in the right thing. However, traditional dinosauric MLM-y weird ass shit has been going on and it's not working anymore. But I respect those people enough to understand and have empathy of the fact that they were just trying to do what they're told. And
so you're upset that they messaged you and didn't ask how you were, which nothing wrong with that. That is pretty rude in my opinion. But then you're going to say that you understand and you respect them for doing it. So what's the point of this live? Oh, I know. Yeah, you're using this live to soft launch the new thing. And I do already know what the new thing is, and we're going to talk about it. And have I done videos on the company? Sure have. They're going to be linked in the video description.
There's a right way to do what you're told and a wrong way to do what you're told. And it was just the wrong way. I was literally sobbing to somebody today and I was like, I'm getting so many messages that people won't leave me alone. And I get overstimulated easy, okay? I'm like not that sensitive, but like it's just a weird transitional period of time where we're all at right now. And for me, and it would be helpful if you cared about me enough to just say, hey, how are you? Like, are you good? And maybe ask more questions instead of sliding on in my DMs and asking me if I want to join your company. But those conversations are so transactional. You can smell the commission breath from a mile away. And somehow we have lost the human. And somehow we have just been so, I need to make a sale. And I understand it. We're all trying to pay our bills. We're all trying to figure shit out. We're all trying to just do what's best. And we're all just trying to like do what the training our companies tell us.
She's not wrong here when it comes to cold messages, cold pitches, whatever you want to call them. They are gross. But here's the twist. This whole live is a pitch. She just wrapped in a softer, more calculated emotional tone, in my opinion. And it's not, I hate when people recruit, it's I hate when they recruit before I do. That's what this feels like to me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Also, Luna says hi. She's very chatty today. So if you hear her in the background, drop me a cat emoji or something fun in the comments. And now she has the zoomies. So it is what it is.
Just talking to more people and just work harder and just make a longer list is not how we do things correctly. That's not how I ever built my business. I built my relationships based on relationships, one person at a time. And I have poured my blood, sweat, and tears into a company and relationships and all of the things that I have now need to explain privately. I need to just transition out. And there's no tea here yet that I'm gonna share.
Oh, wait. Hold on a second, Mandy. Hold on a second. Now, at the beginning of this, you said, are you here for the tea or are you here for me? Then later, you said, there's no tea. And now you're saying it again, there's no tea. Well, there is. I'm just not going to tell you yet. So, what was the whole point of this live? Oh, to recruit into the next MLM company, of course.
And it's not okay to just come into someone's messages and be like, did you see this? Did you see that your company is being bought? Blah, 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 without saying hi, without saying, hey, are you good? Without like checking in on my mental space and my like health and wellness. And like, I see this over and over again when companies close. People do this whole like post. Oh my God, Pruvit and Herbalife are like merging together. Like, are you good with that? Are you cool with that? Like, what's going on? And it's like, if somebody would take 2 seconds and just ask me how I am, maybe then I would respond.
Correction. It's not a merge. Pruvit has been acquired by Herbalife. Just for clarity's sake.
But like, I get it's human behavior to just want to know the tea or just want to know the thought, but like the way that you're going about it is just gross. And not one person cared when my dog died. I mean, people did care, that's a lie. But like the same people that are pitching me their opportunity, their new thing, their new blah, 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 it are the same people that have never talked to me ever when real shit happens. They're not my real friends. And I think just as us as an industry, we can do better. But there's also places as an industry that you can go that don't teach that type of shit, and that's not expected. And
oh, there it is. You guys are doing it wrong. So clearly she wants you to join another MLM company that is teaching you the right way to do things, except they're all doing this. They're all doing similar things. So what?
you actually learn relationship marketing from people that are setting a good example to do that. And I want you to understand that, like, if you're in a situation right now and you're hustling and you're grinding and you're tired and you're just not, you're gaslighting yourself to just talk to more people. You're gaslighting yourself to post more. You're gaslighting yourself to stay in situations that don't feel right or do strategies that don't feel right. Like, maybe go and talk to somebody outside of what you're currently doing.
Okay, first of all, MLM leaders love to use the word gaslight, in my opinion. When you want to quit, you're gaslighting yourself. When you're burned out, you just need to self-develop a little harder. You need to read or listen to podcasts, but only things that they want you to listen to, unless you're leaving and then suddenly your feelings matter. This, I feel like, is a cult tactic. Gaslighting becomes a tool to silence discomfort until it fits the exit narrative. Let me know what you guys think below, but yikes. And also this part that she's getting into where she's talking about, talk to somebody outside. I do agree with that. But some of this that she's discussing on here probably could have been better discussed with a therapist rather than, hitting live on Facebook and dumping on people in this way to try and get them into your soft launch of the new company. It's a little odd to me.
To get a objective perspective on your scenario, your company, what you're doing, your products, and what you're feeling, because what you're feeling is valid and true. And that doesn't mean that, like, you don't need to do some self-development, because listen, if you're into some sort of social selling, sales, marketing, network marketing, whatever, you like, or whatever, even in say like just your career or just life in general, we all need to self-develop. We all need to do better and look at our triggers and look at like, okay, is this about me? Is this something that like I need to work on? Or is this something I can do? Am I being really honest with myself that, you know, I am doing the things and I'm, you know, just working hard at what I'm doing? Is this an alignment thing or not? Yes, I am getting a shot in my arm tomorrow morning at 10:30. I actually just forgot that I am doing that. So thank you for reminding me. Yeah, I have carpal tunnel really bad and my arthritis in my arm is hurting. Anyway, so if you're not...
Wow, that's somebody asking how she's doing, even though she said nobody asks how she's doing. Okay. Also, why does the internet need to know that? The oversharing from people in MLMs trying to connect with their audience is so weird to me, and I used to do that. I used to share everything. Now I'm very private.
Listening to your gut about certain things in your company that don't feel right, and you're gaslighting yourself, or you're just saying to develop your mindset, and if you're just saying to push those feelings down and look at your triggers, but like you've looked at your triggers like a million times.
What she's doing here is she's trying to plant the seeds of doubt for people that are wondering if they should stay with Pruvit or if they should go to another MLM company. She's trying to say, hey, trust your gut. If your gut is telling you, hey, maybe you need to look for a different company or whatever, she's trying to say, hey, look at my company. Look at the new company that she's a part of. That's what she's doing here.
Then go seek an outside source and somebody that you trust that isn't in it so you can look at it. And if you're feeling gross and you're not liking what you're doing and you don't feel like you're growing, then you're slowly dying.
What? What is this all or nothing? You're either growing or dying. That's not how that works. That's not how any of this works. But in MLM, that's how they get you to do what they want you to do. You're either growing or dying. When was the last time you attended the event? When was the last time you went live? When was the last time you reached out to your customers or your potential leads or whatever? They do this, they say this phrase because they want you to do what they want you to do. Because if you don't do those things, then what are we all doing? You know what I'm saying? This is all driven by commission. If you are coaching people to send 100 messages and they end up getting a customer, well, that upline gets a cut of that more than likely. If they message 100 people and somebody decides that they're going to join, unfortunately, that upline is going to get a cut of the commission. So it's about controlling people's behavior. That's what happens in cults. And I do believe that multi-level marketing companies are commercial cults. They are trying to control behavior. So what she's doing here is she's trying to get people to take action, but also trying to encourage and plant seeds of doubt. Oh, Pruvit was bought out by Herbalife. You should look over here. You always have to look at the underlying reasons that she's doing this. She titled it as tea or some version of tea. She knew people were going to watch that. People were sending her, hey, you know, Herbalife just bought Pruvit. What do you think about that? But then she says there's no tea. But then she says, oh, wait, there is tea. I'm just not sharing it yet. This is all very cultivated.
And that's a lot of the reason what is wrong with this type of industry is because it's deceptive and manipulative and predatory because everybody wants to get what they want to get. But it doesn't have to be that way.
It does, though. It does have to be that way because it's multi-level marketing. They're predatory by design. That's not shade. That's just the structure of multi-level marketing. When your income relies on recruiting others to sell the same dream, it's predatory. No matter how much you want to cry on this live, Mandy, which is coming soon.
We don't have to be that way. I love y'all that are on here. I have relationships with all of you. And maybe I don't, but because analytics are liars too.
Analytics are liars too? What? Mandy, are you okay?
But yeah, and thank you, Terry, and that's amazing. And like, listen, I'm doing a transition and it is all good, but it is wildly annoying that I got 5 pitches today from people that I have not spoken to in years. And not one of them bothered to ask me if I was okay. But I don't blame them. I actually respect the fact that they had the courage to actually reach out, because most people fail in this type of thing because they don't have the courage to develop. They don't have the courage to do the things. But if those things, and you are doing those things and you are courageous and it feels gross and it feels weird or something feels off inside of your heart, then check it.
What? Okay, so which is it? You're upset that people didn't ask how you're doing and how you're feeling about everything, which I get that, before they pitched you their company, but then you respect them and they're just doing what they're told. The odd part about that is I thought these were business owners, because people in MLM are pitched the opportunity thinking that they're going to be their own boss, that they're owning their own business. So if you own your own business, why do you have people that are coming and telling you on a Zoom or whatever in a Facebook group, hey, do this, do this, do this, if you're the boss? That doesn't make any sense.
And don't wait 2, 3, 4 years and get burnt out because you're gaslighting yourself to make something work. Square peg, round hole. So social selling doesn't have to be manipulative. It doesn't have to be predatory. It can be heart-centered. It doesn't have to be about convincing people. It doesn't have to be about point systems and closing ranks and building a team and getting people to get like effort to get or whatever.
Yes, it does, because that's how the model is designed.
And it can be whatever you want. And you should have the freedom to use your platform in any way that you want. If you like a protein shake and you like ketones, you should be able to share both an affiliate market and send your link and get paid a commission.
I agree with that, but I don't like ketones, and you shouldn't either.
You want freedom to smoke weed and don't feel like you can do that around people that you're surrounded with every day in business, then maybe you're with the wrong people. Or if you're embarrassed to be yourself and you've been,
The best part of her whole video are the fur babies. The best part.
gaslight yourself into not being like to make changes in yourself when that's not inherently you. Maybe it's not you. Maybe it's where you're planted. And if you're not growing, does anybody know why he does this? He like incessantly licks my face. Like it's like nonstop.
Maybe he knows that you're upset. Maybe he knows that you are having a lot of emotions, for valid reasons. I think maybe that's why he's trying to comfort you.
And I don't know what the doggy thing is about that. But maybe it's not you.
Oh, yes, it's a company.
I just say all that because today was just a really tough day. It has been a really tough day. It's been really tough for the last week, trying to figure out my life and what's best and how to act in integrity and how to still be able to use my voice and have freedom to use my voice and express my opinions without retribution and suspension. And, I want to do the right thing.
So you're trying to stay compliant to the contract that you signed when you became a distributor with Pruvit? Okay.
Right? Like I'm truly, I've actually really not talked about how much I love network marketing and how much I love business and how much I love relationships that I have and building relationships and social media marketing and all of that. I really have not talked about it a lot, and it brings me joy. I was broke as fuck when I started in this industry. I was struggling to pay my bills. I was recovering from medical surgeries, living in New York City on disability, trying to side hustle and almost about to sell my feet pics and I don't know. I was just maybe about to get a sugar daddy. I don't know what I was doing, but I was just trying to hustle to collect cash. And I found this industry, I found this company, and I've been loyal to this company for 8 years. And I've just in a transition now where I just want to evolve.
So apparently we have hit the trauma bonding section of her live video. And in my opinion, every MLM leader has this arc, if you will. Desperate, struggling, finds the product, turns life around. It's emotional marketing meant to make you feel seen. Because let's just be real, everybody is going through something. And by them sharing this, it's so that you'll trust the system that they're about to pitch. It's really gross. Feet pics is now officially MLM folklore.
And I want to speak now on the issues with that. But as I'm trying to evolve and as I'm trying to transition and as I'm trying to rebuild differently and better and more. Hi, Callie. Sorry, I'm like blind as shit. I like don't have my glasses on. I really need to do that as well. I'm trying to do these things called adulting. I don't know. I'm just there. Anyway, so I'm trying to transition and build the plane and fly it at the same time. It's a very chaotic time. Then I'm like trying to just live.
Building and flying a plane are two different career fields and require different educational backgrounds. Okay.
Life today, and I get this announcement, like PR message that like my old company is merging with somebody else, and it's like,
except it's not a merge. Pruvit was acquired by Herbalife. The language really does matter in this case.
Okay, cool, but then everybody thinks that's like a bad thing. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm transitioning out. I love ketones. I think they're amazing. Whatever, but like I'm transitioning out and doing like other things and
joining another company. It's not that hard.
And this season is for me stepping into alignment, stepping into what feels good. And listen, you're going to be in business and you're not going to always have rainbows and butterflies. You're not going to always want to do the things, and you're going to have to do the things that don't feel good. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying from an overall perspective, things should be easy. Things should be flowy. Things should be in alignment. Things should be feeling good. And
you'll never find that in multi-level marketing. Things are not going to be easy in multi-level marketing because of the way that the business model is designed. It's not going to be easy going against the anti-MLM movement and the sheer amount of free education and people sharing their experiences online. It's not going to be easy. What she's doing here is she's trying to, in my opinion, appeal to people that are struggling in their MLM companies so that they're like, oh, Mandy's going to another company. Let's see what she's doing. She's saying it's easy. I've followed her for several years. So if she's saying it's easy, and it doesn't have to be like that, and marketing, MLM marketing or whatever, doesn't have to be, predatory, she must have found the way. Let's go over here. That's what she's trying to do. This is a soft launch. She's using this video in particular, in my opinion, to build a lead list. That's what we're seeing here right before our eyes.
If you're not in the business of that, and you're not in the business of humanism, and if you're not in the business of caring and giving a fuck about other people, and you just leave a 5-minute and 50-second voice note to me when you haven't spoken to me in 2 years.
That is very specific. Oh, but guys, she's not mad at them. She respects them for doing that because they're just taking orders from their upline.
Like, about how you transitioned from one company to another, but did not ask me one fucking question about me and where I was at and what I was doing. And you only cared to ask me if I would consider joining you in your new thing, but did not ask me how I was or what I'm doing and just looked at me as a free agent. That's gross.
You just said you were a free agent. You literally just said that a few minutes ago, that you're a free agent. The way that she is going back and forth and contradicting herself, I feel like we're all getting whiplash from it.
Gross. And I think that we all collectively can do better no matter what your model is, but there is better ways. And there are things that like you can do, and you can make money online being a heart-centered human and giving a fuck about people and not having to be like, okay, but this is how it is, but, or this is how it is, but here's the fine print, or go talk to more people if it's not working, or go fix your mindset and maybe develop on your, like, self-develop instead of knowing in your heart that maybe things aren't right. And there are better ways and there are things, and you should trust that. But sliding into somebody's DM and not giving a fuck about who they are and what they want, and you're just leading with the opportunity and then being like, oh, sorry, I was just so excited, is not okay. But that has happened to me 10 times today, in addition to another 20 people sending me a link on the PR news of what happened in my company. So
I wonder if Pruvit emailed their promoters, or if this is how their promoters found out from the press release from Herbalife. I don't know. If you know the answer to that, feel free to comment below, or you can message me, or whatever you feel the most comfortable is totally fine. That's not something that I think has been talked about, and I'm very curious. Did Pruvit even let their own people know, or did they find out because Herbalife announced it because they're a publicly traded company?
I just like think that we all should just do better collectively as humans, regardless of whether or not we're in social selling or whatever. But I promise you, now that I'm kind of like stepping out of other things and looking at and doing other things, my creativity has never been better. My dogs have never been quiet in my lives. That's never going to change, I don't think. It's like World Wrestling Federation. Hey!
It's cute.
Bonnie and Clyde over here.
They're playing.
My phone off. So I think once you decide I want better, better will start to come in like to your face and introduce you. But I just wanted to take this moment as a learning lesson of network marketing. And like, I'm just very, very just like grossed out on, hi Autumn. I'm just very, very grossed out by like the transactionalism. Is that a word? The zero questions. Like we all like, I think I need like, do you want me to teach a class on like how to ask questions?
Are you serious right now? Do you guys want me to teach you a class on how to ask questions? Mandy.
Because that's how I built my business and sold multi-millions of dollars in products, by asking questions and letting the person decide whether or not that feels good for them. Not, here's my product, you should buy it. No, I've always adopted the policy. And if you're on here right now and you're listening to the replay and you know that I'm right, you know that my phrase is buy, I don't care. I just know that this is great and I have to offer it to you. But I'm not reaching out to people from high school and being like, yo girl, you want to come in on my opportunity? Like,
oh my God.
ugh. Yeah, I'll say, hey girl, I think you're going to be amazing at this, but like, I'm going to ask you 400 questions before to see if you even give a fuck about doing social selling. It's just weird, but it's the conditioning of the problem. Like the problem is the conditioning of the culture of the businesses and the companies that you align with. And if you're cutting and pasting posts and you're cutting, pasting scripts and they don't feel good, don't do them. I respect your courage enough to reach out. I please do not misconstrue that. 99% of people will not have the courage to ever talk to anyone. Most people don't succeed in this business because they're not willing to even do the activities that's required.
Oh, not victim blaming and shaming for a business model that is designed to fail the majority of people in order for the top to make a substantial income. Now, that is a wild take that I have never heard before, Mandy. Wild. I wonder how much income from her income that she was making at Pruvit. I don't even know what rank she was, but I wonder how much of that came from her having a team and how much came from customers, because I bet the majority came from her having a team and those auto ships that were running. Oh my God, this is embarrassing, Mandy. Holy moly.
But our business gets a hardcore bad name because of the practices that we have been conditioned to. But those are dinosaur practices and they don't have to be that way anymore. Times have changed.
Indeed, they have.
Y'all aren't dumb. But 99% of people will not do even if you are in a perfectly aligned thing, most people won't take action from analysis paralysis.
Oh, but analytics are liars. Okay.
Most people won't sell one thing, but guess what? Most people won't sell a house if they're a real estate agent.
And that's a false equivalence fallacy. Comparing somebody that's in a multi-level marketing company, a contractor, an independent contractor, in a multi-level marketing company to a real estate agent is comparing apples and oranges. That's a false equivalence fallacy. Wow, I've never heard this before. Just over here waiting for the actual soft pitch to begin. I know it's coming.
Most people who get into mortgages will not sell and do well in mortgages. Most people in most sales jobs will not do the required follow-ups to make the sale because they have a fear of rejection or they just think it's about them.
I don't agree with that one bit. There is many people in multi-level marketing that, based on my experience, that gave this multi-level marketing company in particular everything that they had. They did everything that was asked of them. And because they weren't recruiting a bunch of people, because they didn't have a large following, and people weren't interested in the products, they were unsuccessful. Meanwhile, they were ordering products every single month to be a product of the product.
So I give credit to where's credit's due on the fact that, like, yes, you did it. Yes, you reached out, but you got to do it in a better way. And you got to care about the person, not the commission. And when I tell you that I've started to explore other things and other people and other companies and other businesses that don't do it like this, it's really refreshing and it's really exciting and it's really powerful to know that.
And there's the beginning of the actual soft pitch. We do it different over here, guys. We're so different. The systems are so different. The culture is so different. The community is so different. It's so uplifting. The products are incredible. That's what she's doing here.
So if you're in a season of questioning yourself, and if you're a season of hustling till your freaking cortisol spikes like crazy and whatever, or you're being told to like cut and paste the script, or hey, go target XYZ custom people because those people are in transition, and you don't even ask them how their mental space is. I have cried an ocean of tears since Thursday. And I'm gonna probably cry an ocean more. And it doesn't really help that people who do not give a fuck about me and only want me to buy their kit or join their company because I am now considered a free agent. It's gross.
But are you considered a free agent? Because a free agent technically wouldn't have a team and other teams could come in. So Herbalife is taking over Pruvit. They've acquired Pruvit. So technically, I feel like you would become an Herbalife distributor. I don't know. What do you guys think?
And if you just leave this aside from a like transactional network marketing, this is just being inhuman in general. It has really nothing to do with the industry. It really should have nothing to do with like if you're a social seller or an affiliate or an Amazon marketer or an
Amazon marketers are not the same as distributors and multi-level marketing companies. Again, false equivalence fallacy. You don't have to recruit other Amazon affiliates in order to make a substantial income. That's not even a thing.
network marketer or in a traditional MLM or whatever the case may be. Be a human. That's how you win. Do the things, but
Get out of MLM. That's how you win.
do the things from your heart. Don't manipulate and don't lie and don't be weird.
Kind of like you're manipulating your audience in this video, trying to make it a teachable moment, trying to step into your leadership. And really all you're doing is trying to get people interested in what your next thing is. This is kind of like if somebody is leaving a cult and they immediately join the cult next door because they lit a different scented candle. They're like, hey, it smells different over here. Let's go through this door. It's somewhat familiar, but it smells different. That's what this is like to me.
Do the right thing. That feels good to you. My heart has been broken for the last week. And it's gonna probably get healed a little and then get broken again. And it's a weird thing to transition from 8 years into something new. And I'm scared and I'm all sorts of things. I just wanted to use, it's not about me actually, it's just I wanted to use this as a learning lesson. I'm fine and I'm gonna be fine and I just cry a lot. I just want my face and that's just who I am. If you don't know, welcome to the Mandy Show. But we gotta do better as humans, as salespeople, as influencers, as whatever. I just lost a bunch of people. I don't know if it's me or whatever, but yeah, I'm a slav kebab mess, okay?
I feel like this would have been a more appropriate conversation to have with a therapist. I'm not saying that to be snarky. I'm saying that genuinely. These seem to be some really strong feelings, valid feelings, in my opinion. Not that she needs me to validate those or whatever, however you want to word that. But I feel like people in MLM build their quote unquote brand around oversharing and being manipulative. And I believe that this is a perfect example of that. And I think that this would have been a good conversation to have with a friend or a therapist, or, not your following. And then just all of the claims and all the things that she said on this, it's just given me the ick because I see right through it, and I'm sure you guys do too.
But like, don't ignore your gut. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. Or go seek outside counsel on, hey, I'm in this thing and they're telling me to do blah, blah, blah. Or I've been in this thing and I need you to help me look at it because I'm in it. And as a free agent, will you still have contact for ketones with a new product? Sorry, I'm not trying to make anybody cry. I'm just a slob kebab. Like, I've been a slob kebab. And you know what? If I have a pro tip for anybody, don't transition and step down from your 8-year career when you're about to get your period. Because that has been an extra moment. I did not do myself a favor on that. I love ketones. I love my experience. I learned so much. I will always be there to help people who are doing the ketone thing. I just know that there's better out there. And if you want better and you want to talk about better, then let's talk about better and doing better. And let's have that conversation. This is Rio, if anybody doesn't know. He's my little hot dog, I call him, because he's my little, I don't know what he is actually, but he just reminds, when he first came into my life, I was like, oh, you're a little hot dog. But he's my little Joe.
He's super cute, but it's not going to help me forget or make me forget the pitch that you just did prior to this. If something doesn't feel right, trust your gut. If you're looking for better, let's have that conversation. She's wanting people to message her so that she can pitch them her new thing and hide behind, oh, I'm going to ask you a million questions before I pitch you my thing. It doesn't matter. The intention is the same. I'm not going to forget that part, Mandy.
Remember CEO Joe? He's my Joe reincarnated. But he kisses a lot and he's really funny and energetic, but he's my little Joe and that's why he's here. But care more about people. And I had a conversation with somebody that I'm friends with, and she felt a type of way because people didn't reach out to her when she was going through a trying time. And I will admit that I did not reach out to her as well as I should have too. And we all just need to do better. And listen,
Wait a second. So at the beginning of this, you're shading people that reached out to you and pitched you their MLM company. And then you say that you respect them. Did you reach out to this person and they were feeling some type of way about people not reaching out to them? Were you trying to pitch them the new company? I have so many questions.
We all have ADHD. I get we all have life going on. I get all of that. I get that we're all trying to make money and hustle and do our thing and be successful and seek validation and this and that. But it should be in a good way. It shouldn't be in a way where you're feeling forced and pressure and you gotta do this and you gotta do that and to unlock this and like you can't explain this or whatever. Hi, Laura.
The unlocking part, she's definitely talking about Pruvit there. This is the villainizing of the previous company in order to pitch the new company. Very, very quiet. Very quietly she's doing that, in my opinion. Y'all let me know what you think.
But just as a whole, regardless of what business you're in, we got to do better. We got to care more. We got to just stop being like, it's like in one breath I say that we need to stop being selfish, but then in the keto crotch is real. I don't know if it is or not. Have you gotten it? If you're speaking from experience, I would actually like to know. But I am no longer in the keto space. I haven't actually been. I like ketones and whatever, but I'm transitioning out of those, and I have other things that I would love to share with you, all of you.
Yet another pitch. I'm transitioning out of keto and I have other things that I would love to share with you. By the way, what company do you think that she's a part of? Let me know in the comments. And at the end of this, I'll I'll fill you in.
So if you're interested in like kind of that kind of thing, just send me a message. I'm happy to chat. But from a business perspective, what is going on with my voice? Oh, I live in the Ohio Dust Bowl thing. I think I have that now. I don't know, and it's springtime now. But from a human perspective, we need to do better. I think God is like, okay, we can be done now.
I think God is trying to get you to stop scamming people and soft pitching them without mentioning the name of the company or the products or any of that stuff while crying and oversharing on a Facebook Live. I think that's definitely what God's trying to tell you.
I think that as you do, nothing lasts forever. Okay, first and foremost, I have dedicated 8 years of my life and I'm so grateful for all of that. And you can evolve and you can reinvent and you should have the freedom to be able to do that. And if you feel trapped and you feel weird and you feel pressure and you feel something's not right, trust that or go seek outside counsel about that and look at it, not be in it, and don't listen to people that are in it. In addition to that, Rio, what is your deal? He just keeps jumping up here.
He's cute.
But you're allowed to do other things and you're allowed to try new things and products, and you shouldn't be like trapped and forced and silenced to do that, to share that. And ketones will always have a special place in my heart for sure. I will always support the people that have supported me. You can always come to me for those types of things and questions and whatever. I will fully support you 1,000,000%. I'm not abandoning you. I'm not going anywhere. The Mandy show has really just gotten started after 8 years. I feel more confident. I feel more excited. And I think it's just because I had to make a transition, and that is not a knock, or that is not a drama, or that is not on anything to anyone in any stretch of the imagination.
Okay, first of all, we've heard on my channel in several videos, many of the leaders, the top, if you will, in Pruvit saying that this is a great thing and Pruvit's not going anywhere. Mandy is the first one. I do give credit where it's due, where she is saying, no, I'm transitioning out of this. She hasn't said it's because of the buyout, but I'd imagine that from what she's saying here, that would probably contribute. So I find that, interesting, but make no mistake about it. What she's doing here is she's not quitting MLM. She's rebranding herself to fit into the next company. This is the same strategy that we've seen from Beachbody reps or Modere or even Q Sciences. It's a rinse and rebrand cycle. And she's using this along with it, like I've already said, the oversharing, the emotional manipulation, the tears, all of that stuff. She's using it to create a lead generation type list for the next company.
But sometimes you just evolve, and as you evolve, your needs evolve, and as you elevate, things just need to just be left where they are, and that's okay. And I have such an abundance mindset that I want everyone to win, and I will never gatekeep, and I truly am passionate about.
You'll never gatekeep, but you're asking people to basically message you and you won't tell them the name of the company that you've joined or the product. But I have some exciting things to share. So if you want to have a conversation about better, message me.
This type of business and the humanism, and I think there's nothing better in the world where you can literally start for either nothing or very little, and you can make a lot and do a lot and be a lot and become a lot. And I am a better person. I am a better woman. I am a better everything because of Pruvit. And I'm so, so, so grateful for that. You too, Laura. I appreciate you so much for coming on, and everybody else that's listening or listening on the replay. Tell me if you're listening live right now. I want to say hi to you and say comments, and I appreciate you. And then if you're on the replay, say hi, and I want to say I love you and I appreciate you. But I'm so grateful for this industry. I'm so passionate about this industry. I cannot wait to share more. I want to work with people that want to be in this industry, who want to do it right, who want to talk about it, who want to run hard, who don't want to feel like they need to talk to thousands of people a day to make 2 sales. I want to teach you how to be your authentic self and cash in on yourself and your authenticity.
Here's the thing. You shouldn't have to monetize your trauma to make money. Authenticity is not a product. It's not a funnel, and it shouldn't be part of anybody's recruitment strategy. If the product is you, you're the one being sold. That's kind of, that's icky. I don't like that.
And build a platform just like I did. And it's not easy. You're gonna cry, you're gonna suck. When I first started, I couldn't even say the word keto right. I was like, I'm doing the keto diet. Like, it was awful.
And that's why we should not be taking advice when it comes to our health from these distributors and multi-level marketing companies that are just parroting what their companies are telling them. Things like being told that you're ingesting 6 grams of protein, but your body thinks it's processing or digesting 24 grams of protein. I'm not kidding. Dr. Jacob, and actually I'm not even going to call him that anymore. I'm going to call him Jacob, said that on a video. I'm not kidding.
But I developed into a person because of my experience with my company.
You were a person before you joined Pruvit. What do you mean? You developed into a person? You were already a person existing. What?
And now I get to go and do and fly and do other things. And it's super scary and it's super worrisome and it's super like, oh my God, uncertain. But those are the moments where you're like, open the door that you've been staring at for a really long time, knowing that you can walk through it. And then when you walk through it and you jump down, people are going to catch you and people love you and people care about you and the right people are going to show up and the right people are going to be there for you. And as the beauty of this business is, it's such a human business, but it's such a human business.
It's a predatory human business because you can't make substantial income unless you recruit a lot of people. And those people have to be spending a lot of money. Don't you dare call it a human business unless you're going to add predatory in the mix, because that's exactly what multi-level marketing is.
And I just know that the humans that I'm talking to right now understand that and want better human, and they're tired and you're exhausted. And it doesn't have to be like that because that's what used to be, and we can go create something better. And I'm super excited about that. So if you feel my heart and you feel Rio's kisses.
Don't use him to try and recruit into the next thing, Mandy.
And if you feel the way that I do in some sort of stretch, then let's talk. And like, it's not like, come and join my new thing. I care about you.
You're not saying that, but that's what you're doing. That's exactly what you're doing. You've asked people maybe 3 or 4 times in this video to message you. You want to have a conversation about better? Message me. Let's have that conversation. This whole thing has been nothing but a soft pitch for the next company.
I want you to win. Join me, don't join me. Buy my new shit, don't buy my new shit. Like, it doesn't matter to me.
Except it does.
I just want you to be a better person, and I want you to be a good human, and I want you to be the best human, and I want you to know that, like, you're great the way that you are, and you, of course we need to develop, and of course we need to look at our shit, and we need to navigate through that and develop through it, but like, you can be loved and supported and don't have to do it alone. And you're not crazy for feeling the way that you are, and you're not crazy for feeling like maybe this is not my environment and maybe I just need a change. And that doesn't mean that you go pull your reports and you go and rage message everybody and out of compliant, like, and solicit people and message them because you got wind that they're not happy, or you got wind that their company got bought and want to know their opinion, but don't give a shit about them, because that's what happened today and that's not okay. So I'm going to be having a lot more business conversations. Like, yes.
Do you think this is a business conversation? That's what you think this is?
We're going to talk about mental health and wellness. I'm always going to talk about that. But we're going to have more conversations like this. And I'm going to show up more like this. And I'm going to encourage you to go make your money online because you can. There's a million ways to do it. And I'm going to show you how to do it. And I don't know exactly where I'm going or where I'm flying, but I had to get off one plane and now I'm building another one.
You don't know where you're going? You didn't know where you were going at the time of this? I'm going to show you here in just a second that I believe she knew exactly where she was going. We'll see that here in just a second.
But I'm excited and I'm creative and I feel like I'm valued and I feel like I'm excited again. And I don't know what I'm even excited full on yet for, but we can do it. You can do it. I hope you guys heard my heart. I hope you guys heard my energy. I hope you understand that I say everything with love and kindness and a side Sometimes a side of sass and sometimes it's a lot of sass. I don't know. Spicy, extra spicy, or suicide. I don't know, but
I cannot believe she just said that.
that's the spice hot that we're doing. And
This is how I know that she probably knew where she was going. You may not even be able to identify that. Some of you might. But I do believe that this cup is from Beyond Slim and the product is called Zip Slim. Do you remember? I want to say it was a year, maybe even 2 years ago. I did a video and I was reacting to, I cannot remember her name. She was a blonde gal and she was calling it Slimonade. That's the company that Mandy's in. She's talking about slimming lemonade and, oh, my lemonade, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Beyond Slim. Check out the video in the video description. That's what she's doing. You mean to tell me that this whole video that you did, you wanted people to believe that you had no idea what company you were going to, but you just are going to be real careful to cover the logo. Hey, I don't want them to see. I'm going to let them have a little peek. Look at that. I mean, the way that she's holding that cup doesn't even look natural. She's intentionally, in my opinion, trying to cover the logo, but also trying to create curiosity for this soft launch live that she did, claiming that she didn't know where she was going.
yeah. So let's make that money, honey. That's fake money, but just saying. So don't come around me because, well, you can't get in my apartment because it's like Fort Knox.
Did you just throw fake money in the air? That was so cringy.
But I love y'all. Have a good night.
Goodbye. I'm done. Now, that was a wild ride. I still can't believe the contradictions. She's mad people cold messaged her, but she ends the live inviting people to message her for what's next. It's not the pitch she hates, it's just who got there first. This wasn't a meltdown, it was marketing. It was one long, emotionally manipulative pre-launch strategy designed to position Mandy as the ethical alternative, even though she's still playing the same game. Cry, rebrand, rise, recruit. We've seen it all. And unfortunately, we're going to see this again. And I'm probably going to have to cover this company again. And that's fine. I will. If you found this breakdown helpful, please do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment. If you've ever been pitched during a crisis, and don't forget, hit that subscribe button, turn the bell notification on if you want to get notified anytime I go live or upload a video. I do post weekly deep dives into anti-MLM, anti-scam, and consumer protection topics. Hopefully, I'm helping people see through the manipulation and stay one step ahead of the hustle. Stay skeptical, stay spicy, stay educated, and remember, just because somebody cries on camera doesn't mean they're not trying to recruit you.